Today, we are counting down the top 10 overhead kicks in football history. Those jaw-dropping moments that leave rent in every fan's mind. This is going to be wild. Hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be rating these builds based on 4 criteria: the difficulty, the game importance, the position, and the angle. Starting off at number 10, Alejandro Garnacho's stunning goal for Manchester United against Everton. The technique, flawless. The position, close to the penalty spot. The angle, perfectly guided into the top corner. Garnacho's goal gets an 8 over 10 for difficulty, as he executed with a great technique. The game importance is a 7 out of 10, since it wasn't a final or a decisive match. The position scores an 8 out of 10, given that it was in the box but not extremely close to the goal. Finally, the angle ends an 8 over 10 for its perfect execution. That gives Garnacho a total of 32 out of 40. At number 9, Mario Mandzukic's iconic strike for Juventus in the 2017 Champions League final. A bicycle kick in a game of this magnitude. That alone earns him a place on this list. Executed with precision, this goal was pure artistry, even if Juve eventually lost to Real Madrid. Mandzukic's goal scores an 8 over 10 for difficulty, since it was well executed but from a reasonable position. The game importance is a 10 over 10, as this was the Champions League final. The position ends an 8 over 10, given his location in the penalty area. Finally, the angle is a 7 out of 10, as he struck it from a solid but not extreme position. His total score is a 33 out of 40. Coming in at number 8, Trevor Sinclair's overhead kick for Queen Park Rangers. Unlike others on this list, this wasn't just a simple finish, it was a rocket from outside the box. The angle and execution were near impossible, making it one of the greatest FA Cup goals of all time. Sinclair's goal was an absolute stunner, earning a 9 over 10 for difficulty due to the distance and power. The game importance is a 6 out of 10, as it wasn't a final or a likely deciding match. The position scores a 9 out of 10, since it was well outside the box. The angle is a 9 out of 10, as it connected perfectly, giving him a total score of 33 out of 40. Number 7 goes to Brazilian legend Rivaldo. Not only was his bicycle kick against Valencia incredible, but it also secured Barcelona a Champions League spot in the dying moments of the match. Rivaldo's goal gets an 8 over 10 for difficulty. He executed it smoothly under pressure. The game importance gets a 9 out of 10, as he secured UCL qualification. The position is a 7 out of 10, since it wasn't far away from goal. The angle gets a 9 out of 10, as it was perfectly placed, giving him a final score of 33 out of 40. At number 6, we have Philip Mexes, a defender pulling off an outrageous overhead kick from outside the box. Scoring a bicycle kick is rare. Scoring one from outside the box is almost unheard of. Mex's goal ends a 9 over 10 for difficulty, since few defenders can pull this off. The game importance is a 7 out of 10, as it was a great goal but not decisive. The position scores a 9 out of 10, considering the distance from goal. The angle gets a 9 out of 10, given the precision, giving him a total score of 34 out of 40. At number 5, Wayne Rooney's unforgettable bicycle kick in the Manchester derby, one of the Premier League's most famous goals. It had everything: timing, technique, and most importantly, it won the game against their biggest rival. Rooney's goal scores a 9 out of 10 for difficulty as he connected beautifully. The game importance is a 10 out of 10 as it won the derby. The position gets a 9 out of 10 since it was inside the box but in a tricky spot. The angle is a 9 out of 10 due to the placement, giving him a final score of 37 out of 40. At number 4, Gareth Bale's outrageous Champions League final goal for Real Madrid against Liverpool. He came off the bench and into his tray. This was a moment of pure brilliance on the grandest stage. Bale's goal gets a 10 out of 10 for difficulty as it was perfectly executed. The game importance is a 10 out of 10 being a UCL final. The position is an 8 out of 10 as he was inside the box. The angle scores a 9 out of 10 due to the technique, giving him a total score of 37 out of 40. At number 3, Mario Brezzan's absurd bicycle kick for Fiorentina in the Champions League. From way outside the box, this was one of the most technically perfect overhead kicks football has ever seen. Brezzan's goal scores a 10 out of 10 for difficulty, given the insane distance. The game importance is a 7 out of 10 as it wasn't a final or a decisive match. The position gets a 10 out of 10 since few have attempted it from this distance. The angle ends a 10 out of 10 thanks to its beauty, giving him a total score of 37 out of 40. Number 2 belongs to none other than Zlatan Ibrahimović. Who else could score a bicycle kick from 30 yards out against England? This wasn't just a goal, it was a Zlatan moment, an impossible strike that defied physics. Zlatan's goal scores a 10 over 10 for difficulty as no one else could replicate it. The game importance is an 8 over 10 since it was a friendly but against England. The position gets a 10 over 10 being ridiculously far out. The angle gets a 10 over 10 for the execution, giving him a total score of 38 over 40. And finally, the greatest overhead kick of all time. At number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo's legendary bicycle kick against Juventus. Everything about this goal was perfect. The leap, the connection, and the placement. Even Juventus fans couldn't help but clap. Ronaldo's goal gets a 10 over 10 for difficulty as he reached an insane height. The game importance is a 10 over 10 being in a UCL quarter final. The position is a 9 out of 10 as he was well inside the box. The angle is a 10 over 10 due to his perfect strike, giving him a final score of 39 over 40. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe.